What up? It's your boy Mac back at it again with some more boxing. And today I want to talk about Devin Haney. I feel like he's definitely one of the movers and shakers in the boxing world right now, shaking things up. Um, One of the things I liked about Devin Haney from the jump was he never backed down. Never backed down from anybody. With Devin Haney, it was always about him getting the opportunity. Never a question about whether he wanted the opportunity, only a question about whether he could get it. So you gotta love that about him. But beyond that, I wanted to talk about, Devin Haney's level of professionalism and really what he's bringing to the sport of boxing right now. Um, First and foremost, I wanted to say that Devin Haney is doing what I call undisputed done right. You know what I mean? And basically, undisputed done right is when you get the belts in order to force guys into big fights. Some people get the belts and they get those belts with the sole purpose of being able to say, oh, well, I did this, I did that. I could fight who I want to fight. But Devin Haney, he went the old school route. See, I like to say it's two schools of thought. And the first one is like the Mayweather school of thought. The second one is the Canelo school of thought. And people often get the two conflated when they are completely different. See, Mayweather, he wanted to be the top dog so he could say, okay, I'm the man, line up to fight me. And, I'm picking whoever the people say is the best or think can beat me. The fight people want to see the most, that's who I'm gonna fight. So it'll usually be like somebody coming off a big win, and if you don't believe me, go ahead, do your research on this. It's usually somebody coming off a big win or somebody who has hardly any losses. So when people try to perpetuate that myth about Floyd Mayweather cherry picking, that's trash, right? But he did the thing where he wanted to be the man, so he could pick out those big fights. It was a point where he couldn't get fights. And it was like, okay, nobody want to fight me. Nobody want to give me this opportunity. And he ended up changing everything for himself by, getting those straps, making himself pretty much the money fight after he beat De La Hoya. And everybody, knew that fight with Floyd Mayweather would get him that prestige that they wanted, or get him a chance at a belt. It's that everybody wanted to see. Who could figure out Floyd Mayweather, as they say it now, who could crack him, you know what I'm saying? Who could crack that code and shit, right? But long story short, Devin Haney did it right though. He did undisputed right. He got the belts and he said, okay, now I could call out all y'all. All y'all that say y'all could beat me. Everybody that denied me a fight, that want to use my name, but didn't want to give me the fight. He said I could call out all y'all now. And it ain't no reason for y'all not to fight me because I got all the belts, right? And so you gotta admire that about Devin Haney. He proved that he was willing to bet on himself. He went over there and fought Cambosis twice over there in Australia. He could have complained. He could have turned it into a personal thing. He could have said, well, I'm undisputed now, so I should call the shots this time. Or he could have just dropped all the belts after he got undisputed. Like, I did enough. I'm going to the Hall of Fame. Yada, yada. We all heard that. We all heard that language before, right? So instead of doing any of that, he used that opportunity to call out the top guys in this division. Another thing I like about Devin Haney is he got a good team and he really is his own boss, He always got his dad with him. He always got he always in shape. You never really see Devin Haney walking around out of shape. Always in tip top shape. One of them, he got them young nigga abs and shit, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney used his position to really elevate himself. He could have went any type of way, being undisputed. The guys that denied him opportunities, he didn't have to go back and, say, okay, now let's get it on. He could have said, well, y'all denied me an opportunity, so I'm just not fighting anybody, or I could fight who I want to fight now. But he didn't do that though. And he pretty much, I like to say, Devin Haney got what I like to call the key to the streets. And if you want to know what that means, it's like, how they say it's two sides of the street, like different sides of the streets, right? They will say that this fighter is on this side of the street, that fighter is on the other side of the street. But I feel like Devin Haney, he fight all on across the street. He fight on this side of the street, that side of the street. He'll go overseas to Australia. He'll go overseas to the UK. He'll fight with PBC. He'll fight with the Zone. He'll fight with Top Rank. So Devin Haney got what I call the key to the streets. All the belts. Key to the streets. He don't let none of that side of the street shit stop him. And more importantly, he got a long career ahead of him, and he's trying to make big fights. You can say what you want about Devin Haney, but you can't say that he ain't out here going for it, And when that time come and he get his opportunity, yeah, he made the most of it. A lot of people said he was going over there to lose, but I knew he was just waiting on it. And once it came, he was like, got him. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Remember, you can play games, but you can't play boxing. I'm out.
Right hand on top. Right hand on top.